My name is Dr. Merlin. Whether you are a mental traveler or a cold earth wanderer, let us together wander a little into the future to a place called Glastonbury, a place well renowned in legend and history, the scene of brutal state intervention, but also the scene of youthful culture. This place, let us say, will be chosen as the site of a new university, in a new age, in a new world. What world? The world of globalization, where people from all nations and walks of life can come together, meet together, study together, and achieve together. It is in late August, at the beginning of the first semester. There are plans by an international commission to give Camford University, as it's called, adequate funding that it badly needs, because the so-called credit crunch, though it is by no means as acute as it was in 2008, still has manifold repercussions. In the name of Her Majesty's Government and the Special Commission on World Education, may I welcome you all. My name is Jonathan Merlin, Chief Coordinator of the International Cultural and Educational Project. Perhaps you would kindly introduce yourselves in alphabetical order, which means we begin with Dr. Rudolf Albrecht of Cologne University, representing the European Commission's Education Authority, I believe. Indeed, that is so. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to represent the European Commission on the very urgent matter before us. Professor Chouli Wong from Hong Kong, representing the People's Republic of China. I'm very pleased to be here to present my government's position on the questions before us. Thank you. Sheikh Abdul Aziz Husseini from Egypt, but supported by Dubai Educational Ministry. I look forward to a discussion on a most important matter. Ahlan wa sahlan. Thank you. Madam Indira Sharma, I am greatly delighted to meet you all while feeling daunted in no small measure by the veritable enormity of the issues facing us. Thank you, Madam. Monsignor Alfonso Vicenti from the Vatican. I wish to confirm that the Holy Father lends his full support to this international effort towards stability and peace. Thank you, Monsignor. And now, Mr. Samuel Wolfson from Washington, D.C., represents the United States government. Pleased to meet you all. My friends just call me Sam, but for now I'll be British and formal as best I can. We sure got us a bunch of issues to deal with. Thank you, everybody. Taken together, we represent a very large portion of humanity with its diversity of cultures, histories, religions, political orientations, and so forth. And yet, we are here to make common cause by demonstrating solidarity among the world's nations and peoples in the face of what has emerged as the worst global socio-economic political crisis since the Great Depression. This time, the world's governments will not repeat the mistakes of the 30s, when nations regarded only their own national economic interests at the expense of the world as a whole. In line with resolutions passed by the United Nations, the main political and economic blocs have committed themselves to joint efforts to establish global prosperity by a massive investment in education, meaning the building, expansion and development of schools, polytechnics and universities. We here are specialists in the field of university education and will pursue the aim of expanding and revitalizing university institutions by collaborating in a number of pilot schemes. I know that, in certain cases, your recommendations will loosen the purse strings of ministries and sovereign funding in furtherance of our common aims. First, we will zero in on a number of promising university campuses and examine their present standards and facilities before considering ways of enhancing their excellence, effectiveness and productivity, with special regard to their contribution to global communications and financial as well as general well-being. In England, the government has chosen the University of Camford in the west of England, near the ancient site of Glastonbury. We will be inspecting Camford very soon to assess its performance and potential. Dr. Wolfson, what methods will we use? Shall we enter the lecture halls and tutorial rooms in person? In view of the shortage of time and other matters, we shall survey teaching sessions for the large part with the aid of video cameras. But isn't that somewhat inhibiting or impersonal, even suggestive of prisons and Orwellian snooping? Well, yes, Professor Wong? Lenin said, confidence good, control better. Only joking. Well, I hope so. I can assure you that both staff and students will be put in the picture on this question, and doubtless their bodies, student bodies, will give their consent to what is, after all, a very effective and objective way of assessment. I shall be visiting the campus in a few days to see how preparations are progressing. Thank you, everybody, and let me wish you all the best in our future venture. Anyone for lunch?